And welcome back. For most counties in Virginia, road improvement is left to the state, but Stafford County has taken its concern for better roads much more to heart. In fact, for many years now, Stafford has placed a premium on improving its local roads, going so far as to float its own road bonds in order to make improvements. Many of these improvements focused on widening of existing roads, improving turn lanes, and in some cases, straightening existing roads. This week, Stafford County supervisors, after a detailed study, identified 10 potential road improvement projects. Two of the largest are a $32.3 million road widening and reconstruction of Shelton Shop Road and a $26.2 million reconstruction of Mountain View Road. While several of the proposed projects deal with capacity and increased utilization issues, most, just like those backed by the board several years ago, place a strong emphasis on improving safety. Supervisors will be discussing these projects over the next few months. Riverfront Park is the place to be on Saturday, June 29th, and you've got plenty of time to make some plans for that, and it'll be from 11 to 6 a.m. It's the Fredericksburg, Virginia World Heritage Festival, and I can tell you from experience, it's a lot of fun. It's diverse, it's multicultural, and did I mention it's tasty? Like, really tasty? By the way, do my comments reflect an overemphasis on food? If so, I'm sorry, but I have to admit, I have been on a lifestyle change of diet and exercise the past 2 weeks, one that, according to my doctor, is supposed to be permanent, so I find myself thinking a lot about food these days. I'm sorry if I'm overdoing it. There are a wide assortment of delicious ethnic foods, there I go again, ice cream, shaved ice, as well as free smoothies. And there will be an ongoing show on the stage highlighting cultures throughout the world. There will be vendors with more than 60 artists displaying everything from fine art to jewelry, ceramics to crafts, and every creative item in between. Other vendors include area nonprofit organizations, entrepreneurs, and local businesses. The Kids Zone has activities and games throughout the day. This is a rain or shine event. Admission is free. I did underline that, free. And it's thoroughly a family-friendly activity.
George Kerns here for CVTV Sports. In local high school sports, the playoffs are underway with baseball, softball, soccer, and lacrosse. For local teams like Stafford, in baseball beat Broad Run 5-0 and will face Hickory High School in the state semifinals, with Halifax facing Mills Godwin on the other side of the bracket in Class 5. In Class 6, Colonial Forge lost 2-0 to Ocean Lakes, and in Class 1 baseball, Colonial Beach lost to Riverheads 5-4. In softball, Mountain View beat Freedom South Riding 4-1 and will advance to face Mills Godwin in the state semifinals. In boys soccer, Class 5, Massaponax lost to Freedom South Riding 3-1 and Mountain View lost to Briar Woods 2-1 in overtime. In Class 4, Chancellor beat Grafton 5-0 and will advance to play the Mighty Boys of Blacksburg in the state semifinals. In girls soccer, Class 6, Colonial Forge lost to Kellam 2-0, and Class 5, Mountain View lost to Stonebridge 3-2. In boys tennis, James Monroe will play for the state championship against Western Albemarle, and the same goes for the girls, as James Monroe will face Western Albemarle. Both games are to be played in Roanoke. Good luck to all the teams left in the playoffs. In local high school football, I know it's 3 months away, but you can always get excited about Friday Night Lights. I wanted to mention some good games coming on this fall. On Friday night, August 30th, Cortland will unveil their new turf field when they will host the Louisa Lions, a game CVTV will be covering. Other games throughout the season are Dinwiddie will travel to play at Massaponax, Broad Run will come to Brook Point, Hanover will come to Chancellor, and the 4-time defending state champs, the Highland Springs Springers, will come to Colonial Forge, another game CVTV will be covering. CVTV's objective, there will be so many good games this fall, and their main objective is to get all the teams in, and we will be unleashing the 2019 CVTV football schedule real soon. Well, that's a look at what is going on in the high school sports. I'm George Kerns for CVTV Sports, and back to you guys.
As you can see, we have our flag here today. It's just a little flag, but little like this one, or as big as the flag that flew over Fort McHenry during the War of 1812, it says a lot about our country. We make note of that today because this coming June 14th is Flag Day. For those of you who think that might be just some made-up holiday, that's far from the case. Flag Day is the anniversary of the day that the Continental Congress in 1777 officially adopted the Stars and Stripes as our national symbol. That's why we thought in closing our broadcast we'd recall something that the famous comedian Red Skelton used to recite about the flag. It was a very serious recitation. It was about the Pledge of Allegiance. That didn't come along for more than a century and a half after the flag was adopted. But we think it's still fitting. You surely remember the Pledge of Allegiance from school, so just follow along. This long ago recitation might give it just that more meaning. I, me, an individual, a committee of one, pledge, dedicate all of my worldly goods to give without self-pity. Allegiance, my love and devotion. To the flag, our standard, Old Glory, a symbol of courage, and wherever she waves, there is respect, because your loyalty has given her a dignity that shouts, freedom is everybody's job. Of the united, that means we have all come together. States, individual communities that have united into 50 great states, 50 individual communities with pride and dignity and purpose, all divided by imaginary boundaries, yet united in a common cause, and that's the love of country. Of America and to the Republic, a sovereign state in which power is invested into the representatives chosen by the people to govern, and the government is the people, and it's from the people to the leaders, not from the leaders to the people, for which it stands, one nation under God, meaning so blessed by God. Individual, incapable of being divided, with liberty, which is freedom, the right of power for one to live his or her own life without fears, threats, or any sort of retaliation. And justice, the principle and qualities dealing fairly with others. For all. That means, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's as much your country as it is mine. Happy birthday, little flag, and thank you for joining us.